Good morning, Caro, Vanessa. Happy Wednesday, May 13th. We'll get started here in just a few minutes. So let me know if you if you can hear me. If the sound is coming through okay,
Good
please
morning,
let.
here. When I can hear you.
Sorry, did you say that you could hear me?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good morning, Ali. All right, Lizzie, good morning. All right, guys, I want to get right into it because today I want to, again, give you as much time today to continue working with your partner. So I just want to make sure, first of all, that everyone has a partner. So I would like to ask, getting started this morning, if you could please include in the chat your name and your partner's name. It doesn't matter if it's duplicated, if you both upload the same, but if you could please let me know who your partner, your writing partner, is that you worked with yesterday, because I'd like for us to continue today with your same partner, but I want to first make sure that everyone has a partner. So if you could please include your partner's name. So Caro's with Chris, Vanessa, Ale and Damaris, Elizabeth and Omar. Okay. And if anyone does not have a partner, please let me know, because I would like for us to continue today working with the same partner that you worked with yesterday. So anyone else need to respond, or anyone else not have a partner? Let me know, please. You can include something in the chat, or of course, if you want to unmute your mic and speak, you're always encouraged to do that as well. Okay, Vanessa and Damaris, okay. Okay, so, all right. So Mariana, do you have a partner? I see, and Jasmine, who's missing? Who hasn't responded? I don't know if you guys want
Uh,
to.
yes,
Yeah.
teacher. Now I'm working with Gloria. Yesterday I talked with her, so we are
Okay,
working
you're working with
together.
Gloria.
I don't know. Is that okay?
Okay, that's fine. So you're working with Gloria. That's fine. Just make sure you're getting with your partner, guys. That because remember, yesterday we started a writing assignment that required two parts. Right. The first is each of us needs to upload one of our body paragraphs to the form, and I'll show you that again here in a few minutes, where to do that. And then the other part is to provide feedback based on the instructions. Again, we're primarily focusing on evidence sentences and the meal plan. And so there are two parts. Again, uploading our own paragraph and then responding to our partner's paragraph, providing some feedback based on the points that were included in the instruction. Okay. So just make sure that you're working with your partners. And if your partner has not uploaded the paragraph, please let me know. And you can send me a chat if you want in Microsoft Teams, because part of your participation is to reply to your partner's paragraph. All right. So I need to know if for any reason your partner has not uploaded the paragraph. Of course, if your partner is struggling or you are struggling with uploading something to the platform, if there's some technical issues, please let me know as well. I need to be informed, and I want to work with you if you're having some technical difficulties, okay, with doing some of the activities. I understand that all of this is online, and it very much depends on your broadband connection, right? So I need to be informed if you're having some challenges with completing any of the assignments that we're doing. Again, I will work with you, but I need to know what's going on if you're facing some issues. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you again here where we're at with yesterday's activity and also today's activity. I would like for us to continue working on today with your writing partner. So we're in week 12, and yesterday we started paragraph review number 1. That was the forum that we set up yesterday. You got out into rooms yesterday with your partners, and here we list with each of your names who uploaded your paragraphs. Okay, so if you have not uploaded a paragraph yet, please do so today. And if you have not replied to your partner's paragraph, please do so today for this first forum. Again, this first forum is called Paragraph Review number 1. All right, so again, here you'll notice the number of replies. So we have, some of you have uploaded your paragraphs, so your names should appear here. And then you'll notice that in some cases there are 2 replies, in other cases there's just 1 reply. So what I would like to do is I would like first that your partner give you or provide you feedback before I go in and offer feedback. So in the case of 2 replies, you'll notice if you go into any one of these posts that a partner first replied and then I replied, okay? And when there's only 1 reply, I basically am asking the partner of this person to please submit some feedback, and then I'll go in and offer feedback. So I want you guys to receive first peer feedback from your classmates. I want all of you also to provide feedback based on the points that are listed in the instructions above. And then, of course, I will go in and also offer additional feedback. All right, I want us to get as much feedback as possible as we work this week from our first draft to our final draft. And I want to make this process as transparent as possible. I want you to feel free to look at all the feedback that I'm providing, all the feedback from your classmates that your classmates are providing. At the end of the day, you decide on what to do with this feedback, okay? And of course, if you have doubts or questions about any of the feedback, whether it's from your partner or whether it's from me, then that should be the basis for your questions, okay? Whether you ask your partners, which I encourage you to do, right? You can ask your partner, hey, when you said this, what do you mean by this? Or what are you saying? Can you give me an example? And of course, you can reach out to me, right? Either in class, outside of class, via the forum. You can reply to their forum, say, okay, I don't understand this, whatever works for you. But the point here is that you're getting clarification when you're not sure, when you have doubts, because this is the most important process, or the part of the writing process. What we're doing this week, this is the most important part. This is where writing really comes into to play, is when you are going in and making changes and you're making edits towards that final draft. All right, so what I'd like to do today, all right, now all of us are going to be at different stages of these activities that we started yesterday and that we're going to continue today. I'd like for you to continue this process. All right, if you have completed the first paragraph, and it doesn't matter, I'm not even looking at the order of the body paragraphs. I'm calling this paragraph review number 1, but you can start with any paragraph that you want. I think I've mentioned on several occasions that my suggestion is for you to begin with the paragraph that was the easiest. But at this point, when you have your paragraphs completed, you might start with the most difficult paragraph, or the paragraph that you feel needs the most work. Well, then that would be my first paragraph review. because I don't want to get a lot of good feedback to figure out, how do I fix the challenges that I'm facing with this one particular paragraph. Okay. But ultimately, you decide on which paragraph or the order in which you present your paragraphs in these forums. All right. So this is paragraph review number 1. If we go back to the main page here and we scroll down, you should see paragraph review number 2. And this is a second form. And basically, this is going to be the same activity, but now it's going to be a second paragraph. I'd like for you to continue working with your current partner. If you have some challenges and you're not making progress for whatever reason, please reach out to me so that we can adjust, we can adapt. Okay, we can try to figure it out. But notice that the instructions are exactly the same. It's not necessary now to go into the breakout rooms. All right, if you have a way you can use the chat feature in the main room that we're in now. If you need to communicate with each other, or you can communicate any other way that you want to. But basically, it's the same activity. Upload your paragraph, provide feedback as a reply, and this is what I would like for us to work on today. As you guys are uploading your feedback, I'm going to go in and also offer feedback. And today in class, this will be a time for you to ask questions, or if there's something that you want me to address, I can address it to the whole group, but with the understanding that only those who need further clarification will be probably paying attention. Otherwise, you'll be working on your feedback or your paragraph. All right. What else? The last thing I'll say, as I was looking at some of the example body paragraphs this morning, the main thing I would say is to take another look at the meal plan. Specifically, the making sure that after we present the evidence that we have at least 2 sentences, one that needs to be an analysis and one that needs to be at the very end, a linking sentence or a summarizing sentence. Now, we've been talking a lot about evidence sentences, and most of the points in this and instructions here deal with evidence sentences. But the most important sentence type of a body paragraph is actually the analysis sentences. But if we don't have good evidence and if we haven't placed the evidence in a logical way, then the analysis is not much of an analysis. So everything we're doing here, with everything that we're talking about in terms of the evidence and being specific and making sure that the placement is correct and that the arguments, we have the initial and the counter and the rebuttal, as they're all located where they need to be located, and they all relate to the topic sentence. All of that is necessary in order to really get to the most important piece of all of this, is the analysis. It's your interpretation, your explanation. It's your way of synthesizing the information. It's basically showing how you're thinking critically about the evidence in terms of the main idea, the topic sentence. All right, so that's kind of where we're going with all this. Today's activity and yesterday's activity, again, is to first get us into the evidence and present the evidence in a logical way. And I would say in some of our cases, we might need to review again the meal plan. Again, trying to be very specific. And maybe even in some cases, the topic sentence might need to be more specific. Okay, not in all cases. All of our writing, that all of you who are receiving feedback are improving a lot. Your writing, that's coming together. I tend to get concerned with those who have not received feedback. I do get concerned about that. But those who are receiving feedback, this is the process, right? And again, Believe me, I know sometimes it's uncomfortable. It's like, oh, I don't want to be criticized and this and that. But this is part of the, I want you to try to learn to feel comfortable with receiving feedback on your writing, right? Because again, everyone's writing is very good. It's coming together nicely. And in most cases, the problem is not really grammar. We have some grammar, small issues, but I'm not overly concerned about the grammar, right? I want to focus first on the content, what you're saying and how you're saying it, when you're saying it, and then we can worry about capitalization, commas, and all of those. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop there and offer any type of questions that you have, offer time to hopefully try to clarify those. And again, please make sure that we're in close communication if you're having some challenges with yesterday and today's activities. Okay. All right. Any questions? I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen for now, unless there's a reason to do so, and open up the chat and also the discussion here if you have any questions. All right, so I'll go ahead and mute my mic. I'm going to mute my camera, and I'm going to go back into the virtual classroom. I'm not going to share my screen, but I'm going to go into the classroom. If anybody has questions, just jump in, unmute your microphone, because I won't be really looking much at the chat, and ask your questions if you want me to look at something. Of course, you can post something as well in the forum. Sorry, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone's mic, but please feel free to unmute your mic if you need to ask a question or make a comment. Also, too, if you guys need to talk to each other, if you want to communicate, use this same room to ask each other questions, or if there's something that you need to talk to each other about, of course, you can use this room to do that as well. Okay, just want to make sure that you know that you can use this room however you wish. All right, guys, I think we'll stop there for today. Left a few comments in some of your paragraphs. I'm going to continue looking at the paragraphs later today. Again, I would prefer that your partner respond first before I do. But if for any reason you're getting a delayed response and it's holding you up, send me a chat. Let me know, and I'll go ahead and leave some comments. Once I see that your partner has left a comment, I will try to respond as quickly as I can so that you also can receive different types of feedback. That's the main point of these exercises. And tomorrow we'll continue doing the same. All right. So also bring in your questions tomorrow if you want to discuss them during the class. If you think others will also benefit from these discussions. And we'll continue tomorrow with our drafts. Okay. Are there any questions, guys, about what we're doing these days as we're looking at our body paragraphs and making changes to our text? Any questions? Okay, if there are no more questions, I think we'll stop there for today. And we'll reconvene tomorrow. We'll get together tomorrow again on Thursday, 8 o'clock, to continue looking at our body paragraphs. All right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.